Hi everybody, Dan Illman here with the DRF.com Formulator Race of the Day for Wednesday, August the 23rd. It is race number 7 at Del Mar. Let's take a look at the field for the $75,000 Harry F. Brubaker Stakes at 1 mile on the dirt. Please head over to the Race of the Day event page on DRF.com. Download your free Formulator past performances and handicap along with me. And horse players have to ask themselves when taking a look at the Harry F. Brubaker, how much money, if any, do you want to have in against the number 6 Cupid, who is deservedly the heavy favorite on the morning line? He is listed at 4-5. He made his 4-year-old debut most recently about 3 months ago in the Grade 1 Gold Cup at Santa Anita. He put together a pretty strong performance, a 108 Beyer speed figure. That number towers over anything else the rest of the field has run for the most part. He is a multiple graded stakes winner. He has good tactical speed. He pretty much ticks all the boxes for trainer Bob Baffert. Sort of an odd placement here, but I guess Baffert wants to run this horse over the Del Mar Strip. Of course, the Breeders' Cup later this year is at Del Mar, but you haven't seen him in 3 months, and if there is a chink in his armor, perhaps it's because in the Gold Cup at Santa Anita, he just had a perfect trip. 3 horses were battling it out early. Cupid sat all by his lonesome in 4th, licking his chops as those horses took the starch out of each other. Cupid came with a big 4-wide move, was late to change leads in the stretch, but won very, very easily. He is doubtlessly the horse to beat in the Harry F. Brubaker, but you have to deal with a little bit of a layoff and a big number, a career best by a large margin off of a perfect trip win. He'd be my only A in multiple race wagers. But maybe you'd want to use someone else as insurance. Baffert, of course, frustrated this summer over the Del Mar dirt course with Arrogate. Let's take a look at the Timeform U.S. pace projector for this race. We've got the number 4, El Huerfano, going to the front, and that's no surprise. El Huerfano is a speed horse. Take the last race with several grains of salt. That was the Grade 2 San Diego handicap. He probably wasn't going to win that race anyway, the way Accelerate ran. Arrogate was in that field. But this horse's saddle slipped in the early portion of the race, and Evan Roman just took him to the far outside and basically eased him up. He had no chance once that equipment malfunction occurred. 2 starts back at this distance at Santa Anita, he popped in gate-to-wire fashion, earning a 96 Beyer speed figure. He is a solid horse. The problem is you're going to have a horse like the number 6 Cupid breathing down El Huerfano's neck. An interesting name in this race, making his first start off of a lengthy layoff, is the number 7, Win the Space. We have not seen Win the Space since he was 74-1 in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and we won't hold that loss against him because he was in against Arrogate and California Chrome. He actually ran very well 2 starts back to be 3rd in the Grade 1 Awesome again against California Chrome, and that was kind of the story of his 2016 campaign. After a good runner-up effort in the Grade 1 Gold Cup behind Melatonin, he was in against California Chrome each and every time. He really improved last year at the age of 4, but Brad Free wrote an extremely informative advance on DRF Plus for the Harry F. Brubaker, and he noted that Win the Space's comeback to the races was delayed a little bit by a slight bout of colic, and that the barn thinks he might need this race and can improve next time out, a race which could be the Awesome again at Santa Anita. Keep an eye, though, out for the number 7, Win the Space. He really did some good things last year on the dirt. Down towards the inside is Soy Fett. He is a hard-hitting 9-year-old. He's won 12 times in his career, over $800,000 in earnings, going turf to dirt in the 3rd start of the form cycle. 2 starts back in the Bertrando, in against Gold Rush Dancer, who came back to win the Long Acres Mile with a 97 Beyer. I was disappointed with Soy Fett's performance in that race, the Bertrando. He was just down inside and was spinning his wheels on the turn, finished evenly, beaten 7 lengths as the 7-5 favorite. He's going to have to do a lot better under Kent DeZormo. Dressed in Air May, the number 2, has only raced twice on dirt. He has not won, but look at the competition he's been against. He was in against More Spirit in the Robert Lewis in 2016 and against Exaggerator in his career debut in 2015. This horse is trying dirt, I think, to wake himself up. His last 2 races, he's finished last in graded stakes on the turf. Wait and see approach for Dressed in Air May. The number 5 is Forever Juanito. This is a horse that could be a pace factor, stretching out and switching from turf to dirt. He has raced 3 times on dirt, however, and has only finished 3rd once. He's going to have to improve, obviously, in a field like this. Cupid is way the horse to beat. If you want to take a slight stab against him, we'll take a look at my sort of value selection in the race. It's the number 3, Curlin Rules, who has improved with blinkers for trainer John Sadler, and he won over this course in distance most recently on August the 5th. That day, he prompted the pace 3 wide, took over into the stretch, and kept to his business. Solid enough 94 Beyer speed figure for Curlin Rules. A Looks like the blinkers have given him some needed focus. He's got a little bit of tactical speed where he can sit just off of the leaders. I agree with the Timeform US Pace Projector, which has him in third place early. I need him about 5-1 before I would even consider playing Curlin rules in a field like this. But he's got a very daunting task in the form of Cupid. I'll take a slight stab, 3-6-1 in the Harry F. Brubaker. If you are playing the Del Mar Wednesday card from home, please sign up to DRF Bets. You'll immediately be rewarded with a $300 cash bonus and 10% win place takeout on 10 select tracks all summer long. Those tracks include Del Mar. Learn more at drf.com/take10. Approximate post time for the Brubaker, 5:10 Pacific on Wednesday. Best of luck.